Watu wengine wasikule kuku, alafu wafanye MCAs wakule kama kuku. Tumekoda mpaka sasa macho, unatoa jicho mtu anafikiria ni kama panya amenaswa na mtego. Jicho liko nje.
Today we have closed our assembly indefinitely.
The salary that I used to get in the last term, the salary that I used to get in the first term, that salary has been reviewed downwards from 165,000 to 86,000 Kenyan shillings. Sisi tunaomba tu mshahara irejeshwe mahali ilivyokuwa. Hakuna mtu anahitaji mshahara iongezeke, na hilo jambo lieleweke vizuri.
Full stop.
And we have had deliberation on the floor of the House. One of the major things that has come out is that we've discussed the motion of adjournment. We've discussed the motion of adjournment that we are doing in solidarity with all the 47 assemblies. The issues that has informed this adjournment is that we, all the MCAs in Kenya, had convened in KICC to review our welfare issues, and we agreed that there were so many pillars that needed to be addressed. One of them, we said that MCAs need to have a ward fund so that they can prioritize projects in their wards and implement. Secondly, we talked about the autonomy of the assembly. We said assembly must stand on its own feet. It cannot depend on the executive for it to make its procurement issues, for it to make its requisition issues with the COB. But the elephant in the house that I must say today is about the issue of the remuneration of the county assembly members. We during last assembly, we left, actually for me, we left the last assembly with our salaries that were pegged at around 165. When we came back, we realized that our salaries had already been slashed. It had already been slashed. For me, I went to the election knowing categorically that I am doing this and this is going to be my remuneration. So when I came back, I realized that, oh, kumbe tumekatwa mshahara. So we were saying that SRC, the body that is charged with issues of reviewing our remunerations, must first of all accept that they did a mistake, kwa sababu you can never review somebody's salaries negatively. You can either leave it where it is or you improve it. So they agreed in all the consultation we've made with SRC. They have agreed that there was a blunder in that. There was a mistake. So we are saying, why don't you bring it back to where it was? Then we can make other considerations. So this is one of the major issues. My colleagues are going to talk on others, but I just want to give a brief here that today we have closed our assembly indefinitely. Until this situation changes, then that's when we will reconsider again coming back to continue with the business of the County Assembly of Nakuru.
My name is Peter Palanga. I'm an MCA from Olkaria Ward in Naivasha. Allow me to mention that this is my third time in the assembly, and ever since, the salary that I used to get in the last term, the salary that I used to get in the first term, that salary has been reviewed downwards from 165,000 to 86,000 Kenyan shillings. The fuel that I used to fuel that time, the liter was going at 82 shillings per liter. Today, same person commuting from Olkaria to here, I'm spending 182 shillings per same liter. So we cannot afford and we cannot condone to review our salaries downward. And we are saying, let me clarify, kwa sababu hapo watu nje, watu wanasema kwamba waheshimiwa wanataka waongezewe mshahara. Sio hivyo mandugu zangu, sisi tunaomba tu mshahara irejeshwe mahali ilivyokuwa. Hakuna mtu anahitaji mshahara iongezeke, na hilo jambo lieleweke vizuri, because there is that misperception that the MCAs are demanding for the enhancement of the salary. We don't want an enhancement of the salary. Like me, having served in the last term and the previous term, I just request that let my salary be reinstated where it was before. As short as that. I'm not claiming any increment. I'm not requesting for any increment on my salary. I'm only saying maisha niliyokuwa naishi, mafuta yale niliyokuwa nalipa yalikuwa chini, gharama imeenda juu, mshahara rejeshwe mahali ilipokuwa. Mimi sitaki kuongezea mambo mengi, stories zingine zitaongelewa, najua wengine pia ni maadui wa MCAs, but jambo la mwisho pia tunamalizia. Hatuwezi kuwa constitution moja ambayo tunaitumia ya 2010 ina work differently from what it works from the MPs, differently to what it works from the MCAs. We are saying we have to read from the same page. The same constitution must apply. We are all legislators. We are doing the same roles of representation, legislation, and oversight. The same roles. So as the MPs, as the senators, that's what we are going for, and nothing less and nothing more. Najua zaidi watasema oh budget sijui nini. Hiyo budget inawasaidia nyinyi, sio sisi.
Today, as we had agreed with all the MCAs and all resolutions that we made on 3rd May, today we are coming here to say that we, in agreement with other county assemblies, we have indefinitely adjourned our assembly. And one thing that everybody should understand is that the MCA, being the person who is at the ground, was also in the ballot together with the other candidates. But the constitution seems to be very, very selective when applying to an MCA. Notwithstanding the issue of inflation, whereby things as they raise, the MCA salary is being now cut and slashed, which is not actually in tandem with what is humanly acceptable even to your own employee in your home. You don't employ somebody today and tomorrow you reduce their salaries. So we are saying that we are not fighting as like we don't live in Kenya. It's not that we are saying we don't understand that the problems we are having, but we are just saying let's be human. Look at our car grant. You are given a car grant that is also deducted by KRA. Look at the MPs and every other state officer who are awarded car grants, and check whether they are suffering the way we are suffering from the acts of the KRA. So in simple terms, we are saying address our issue, we love our nation, but we also know that if you kill the MCA, somebody somewhere is not telling us the truth that they are interested in killing devolution, because the MCA is the epitome of devolution. And because we are the people who are the ground, we are the people who are coming into contact with Mwananchi, we cannot be able to oversight, to represent and to legislate when we ourselves have not been registered. So we are saying that when we suffer, the Mwananchi at the ground indirectly also is affected. So let them do us what is actually humanly possible. We reinstate our salaries, and then SRC, we shall sit down and negotiate from that point. Thank you very much.
My name is Karanja. I'm the Secretary General of Association of Members of County Assembly, all MCAs in Kenya. And today, as a Nakuru County Assembly, we have halted the business of this assembly, just like the way it will happen to the 47 others. 12 are already crossed, therefore we add to that number today. Number one, we want to say that there are things that have made us to come to this conclusion. As we said, and as the members have already said, when we went to KICC, we raised 5 major grievances that ought to be considered. Number one, it was the issue of World Development Kit stroke the affirmative action. That an MCA who is elected requires that money so that all the pledges that he or she made will be fulfilled. And that one, because others have. What we have seen is that the Senate has gone ahead. It has now appropriated what is called Senate Oversight Fund, leaving MCAs out. Therefore, we are saying that has to be considered. Number two, we are saying that we need the autonomy of the assembly, because currently what has happened is that the National Assembly, both the Senate and the National Assembly, they have what is called the Parliamentary Service Commission that takes care of their welfare. Therefore, that's why we are saying that we ought to be considered. Number three, we are saying that you reinstate the Salaries and Remuneration Commission, ought to reinstate the salaries of MC where it was 165. Failure to do so, then we will not negotiate any other thing. We are also saying that the issue of reimbursement ought to be taken care of and the issue of pension. Those 5 ought to be taken care of. Tunasema hivi kwa sababu ni vizuri kuongea vile iko. Ukiangalia hii payslip ambayo nilisema nitakuwa ninaibeba, hii payslip yangu nitakuwa ninabeba vile ninabeba ID. Ili hata ukishikwa na polisi sasa atuonyeshe ID, tunaonyesha hii payslip. Huwezi lipa hata ukipelekwa jela. Ukiangalia hii payslip, ukikatwa hizi pesa zote tunabakishiwa 34,000. 34,000, and this is what has brought us to whatever we have done. If you move from, if you come from Maimahiu for example, uweke gari yako mafuta, unalipa shilingi 3,500. That is kuja na urudi. Tunatakana kuwa assembly kwa siku 3. It is now 3,500 multiplied by 3. You also now for a month multiply by 4. Sasa ukiangalia hizo pesa, alafu uangalie na wakati huu ujakula, ukikula 500 times 3 times 4, utaona ya kwamba tutakuwa tunaishi hapa kutafuta tu pesa za chakula na mafuta ya gari. Therefore what we are saying is that they need to consider that you cannot survive on 34,000. It is not politically palatable. Na ndiposa tunasema kuna watu ambao Salaries and Remuneration Commission. By the way, nani anawekea Salaries and Remuneration Commission pesa zao? Kwa sababu wanaumiza sisi. Watu wengine wasikule kuku, alafu wafanye MCAs wakule kama kuku. Hiyo ndio tunasema haiwezekani. Therefore what we are saying is that we are in solidarity. Na Salaries and Remuneration Commission ije iongee na MCAs ili waweze kujua. Nimefurahi sana kwa sababu even in our CAF that represented the speakers wameanza kuona tunaongea kitu. Kwa hivyo tumesema ya kwamba bunge ikisimama, ujue ya kwamba hakuna budget itapita, hakuna plan itapita ya annual development plan. Hata hiyo hakuna kitu kitapita. Therefore we are saying hata governors uongee kama vile governor wa Mandera, na tunashukuru kwa sababu ya hiyo. Kwa sababu aliongea, kwa sababu yeye alikuwa governor huyo alikuwa siku moja alikuwa katika kiti ya MCAs wanajua. Senator governor wetu ambaye alikuwa senator na alikuwa speaker pia tunamuomba na tunajua kwa sababu tumeongea naye. Tumemwonyesha hii payslip kama mama, akaona ya kwamba tumekoda mpaka sasa macho, unatoa jicho mtu anafikiria ni kama panya amenaswa na mtego. Jicho liko nje. Kwa hivyo tunasema ya kwamba watuangalie kwa hiyo. Alafu mwisho tumesema ya kwamba tunashukuru Cherargei. Leo Cherargei ana statement anauliza na tunamwambia ya kwamba waendelee kutetea kwa sababu why should people kill devolution? From 1965 pesa zimekuwa zikigawa vibaya na ndiposa ya kwamba wards zikali na matatizo. Kwa hivyo tunasema ya kwamba ward development iletwe ili MCAs wajenge mabarabara, MCAs wajenge viwanda. Why is it that for all those 10 years Turkana ng'ombe zikali zinakufa na wanapewa pesa? Ni kwa sababu mgao wa pesa umekuwa haufanyi itakikanavyo. Kwa hivyo mimi kama Secretary General nimesema ya kwamba na tumeongea bila resolution zilikuwa watu wafuate resolutions religiously, bila kutoa, bila kuongeza, wafuate kama vile watu wanafuata Quran ama vile watu wanafuata Biblia. Full stop.